One of the comments that was made in one of my vlogs was people were asking me, because I always talk about reading and doing a lot of reading, and they asked me what are my 5 favorite books. My initial reaction to it is that that's a really hard question to answer. That's like asking me what's my favorite song, who's my favorite son. I mean, it just doesn't work. But it's really, really hard, but I did try my best. If I was put on a desert island and I had to choose one book to live with for the rest of my life on a desert island, it would have to be the complete works of William Shakespeare. Because as far as I'm concerned, in the English language, there is no writer that equals him, no poet that equals him. In terms of literature, one of the things that inspires me, life-changing piece of work, is everything written by Hemingway. For me, it's always inspiring, it's always grounding when I read something by Ernest Hemingway. For Whom the Bell Tolls is my favorite. I am a huge fan of science fiction, and I think the king of science fiction is Isaac Asimov. Anything written by Isaac Asimov, especially the Foundation series, pretty much defined science fiction in the 20th and the 21st century. The films that you see about iRobot, that's his book. The 3 rules of robotics, Isaac Asimov did that. Maraming magagaling dyan, but he started it all, as far as I'm concerned. I also always keep a copy of a book written by Marcus Aurelius, the first true emperor of Rome, called Meditations. And it is basically a commentary, a narrative, an opinion on how leadership is to be handled, how things are to be done as emperor, so that you can have a good administration that takes care of the needs of its people. It's remarkable how the lessons that he is trying to teach are very, very relevant to the present day. I guess it's because it is more about the human condition than modern politics. That I'm feasting on right now is one that was given to me by JPE when we had that long conversation.
I would suggest, if you have not read it yet, read Louis Glick. That book describes the truth. You cannot find any more copy of that book of Louis Glick.
Nawala na lahat.
It was bought by some people already. Not the public, but it was sequestered by somebody.
Hanap tayo, Tito. I'm sure we can still dig up 1 or 2. And that is a book by a certain Greek called Sainthood Postponed. Now, this Greek is the CIA station officer here in the Philippines during the time of Cory Aquino. And he basically lays bare all of the things that were happening within and without the Cory government. And it's very interesting because it seems to come from an objective point of view, not colored by any partisan or political propaganda. Those are my 5 books that are top of mind right now. It's very hard for me to choose, but I think if you try with one of those, I think you'll be all right.